everyone, I'm Nate, and that's Popeye. Where's Abby? What's she doing? We're just waiting on Abby. Come on, come on.
You guys are hilarious. Alright.
That's Abby, and we are the TheRcSaylors. Hey, buddy. Well, we're going stir crazy. We're getting a little bit of cabin fever going on because it's snowing. We're stuck inside again. And so we are searching for more cool things to do with RC stuff inside. And today we have the Lishi Toys R2D2. It's got a crazy name, numbers and letters. I don't like when companies do that.
I thought it was actually called RT.
No. Star Wars reference.
L6058.
It's a tiny box because it's a tiny quadcopter. This is the it's a little pocket drone, and everything fits inside the transmitter. This is everything right here, and I'll show you in just a second. Now we have the yellow one. They do make a blue and an orange one. They're all shown on the side of the box here. So we'll set that aside. In the box, it's all right there, but you get a couple more little things. You get a tiny bag that has 4 spare props inside, and then you also have the instruction manual. You'll want to have that to know what the buttons do, because, well, they're labeled, but they just have little pictures. They just have this little picture. So
nice, I like the pictures.
They work. They work. You maybe could get rid of those.
Get the sticks out.
So yeah, if you notice, this has a couple options here. There's a little belt clip on the back. If you are a tiny person and you have tiny pockets, then you probably can't fit this in your pocket. So what you can do is...
You so would have done that as a kid.
Oh, I would have done this. I would have had one for every pocket. One on here, one over here. I'd have put a couple right there. Yes.
Real, he's being serious.
Abby, I got a Star Wars shirt on. I got nothing holding back
Says
here.
the kid that had a fanny pack till he was like 16.
That was not my choice. So if you aren't cool like me and you don't want to wear that on your belt, you can take that clip off, which is actually quite nice because now it's not as obtrusive and it'll fit in your pocket just a little better. You know, if you really wanted to, you could have one for every pocket and then fill the gaps with your belt clip. Okay, so now that we're done showing off how cool we can be, let's take a look at the quadcopter. And I do like a lot of the features about this because the case is nice. It's a low profile case. The quadcopter fits inside. It's a fairly good looking little quadcopter. And then the joysticks. The joysticks are placed... The Popeye is...
He's our best viewer
What do
ever.
you say? What about the joysticks, Nathan? Well, you can take the joysticks out and you put them right on the transmitter. So now that fits in your pocket better when they're off. You close the little lid, and then you... Okay. And then once you close the lid, you know, now you've got a fairly comfortable little transmitter, and all the buttons are here labeled. You got your on-off switch, and here's another cool thing about this transmitter. There's a lot of talking points. I'm excited. Now, I haven't flown it yet, but the transmitter setup has a lot of talking points. The transmitter has rechargeable batteries built in, which is very nice in my opinion for something small like this, because generally you're going to charge this, and why not charge your transmitter at the same time? So when you plug this in, which has the USB cable here in the corner in the transmitter, there's just a lot of cool things to talk about on this. They thought about a lot of things. See, Popeye? You see that? You pull that cord out and you plug that into your computer or whatever, a power pack, and it'll charge the transmitter. But while it's charging the transmitter, you can charge your quad battery at the same time. The way you do that is you unplug it from the quadcopter, which is very nice because quads this size usually have built-in batteries, and then you can plug the little battery, little 120 milliamp battery. You just plug right into the transmitter.
Me up today.
And then they charge at the same time. Very, very cool. All right, so
And you can keep your quadcopter in there.
oh yeah,
while it
absolutely.
charges.
Yeah, it just sits right in there. So
So
this
there's
is
room for that.
just a great setup. They thought about a lot of things.
Hopefully it flies.
If it flies
just
okay,
as well as it looks.
yeah. I mean, this is an awesome setup. I didn't think it'd be quite nice, but when I got my hands on it, I thought, man, they really thought about a lot of stuff with this. So really neat. Popeye has been very patiently waiting. He's been
Patiently.
a very good dog to wait. So let's get this thing in the air and see how it performs. Now we will have this link for you in the description box below. also know that they have a Wi-Fi SPV version, and we'll probably have that on the channel maybe tomorrow or soon at least. We do have that as well. Costs a little bit more, but check that out too when we do that. Now let's try this out. There's a little on-off switch. I like that a lot. So let's turn that on. Ooh, nice lights. Look at that. Really cool. A lot of flashing lights. Now we turn our transmitter on. The quad lights go solid, but the blue and red one on the front goes, it's still blinking. Throttle up, throttle down, and we have power.
Nice, it's gonna blink the whole time.
Yeah, I like that. It's like little cop lights. They're blue lights on the front and red on the back, plus a very, very bright blinking light. Can you see that on my face? Mm-hmm. Wow! It's on Popeye's face too. Okay, now one thing I don't like about this is that there are no prop guards. So if you're a new pilot, a little kid maybe, prop guards would be nice. We've reviewed a lot of quads that have prop guards, so be sure to check out our channel for some of those options. But let's go ahead and fly this. This is not my first quad, so let's see if I can handle it okay. He will get quiet in just a second. He gets excited at first.
Like everybody does.
Yeah. So check out those bright lights, Abby.
That's awesome.
It hovers quite nicely. I do like the joysticks, how they feel. It's a little drifty. I'm having to kind of overcompensate just a hair. That's why it looks a little like I'm really trying to hover it in one spot. So it's drifting off a little bit. So it's not a great flyer, but let's see if I can just fly it around and make it, you know, be fun to fly. Kind of struggling a little bit, you know. That's full forward. That's as fast as I can get it to go, at least in this rate. So let's try. The buttons are a little wacky here. Let's, I believe I'm in headless mode. Yes, I am. And surprisingly, it works very, very well. So I'm giving it full rotation, and I'll push away, and it goes away.
Got it.
And I'm pulling back to me with full rotation, and it works very, very well. The headless mode is nice. Take it out of headless mode, and let's try higher rate. 2 beeps for probably a middle rate. And now I feel like I've got a little better control over the quad. It's still on the feathery side, like it almost feels heavy. That's the best way to describe it. It just feels like, you know, there's full throttle punch right there. So it takes a while to gain momentum, but once it gets going, it does pretty good. So it feels heavy. Now the quad, listen to this when I land. It does have foam feet.
Foam or rubber?
Foam.
Okay.
They're just glued on little foam bumps. And I think there's a higher rate.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's me trying to do a cyclone on this. It's not super snappy, but it's still fun to fly. I do like this highest rate the most, for sure. Sorry. Pretty good. It's pretty good in that rate. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, it's not bad. Would you like to try it?
If you think I can do well at flying.
It's kind of hard to fly, but I think it, you know, for this price point and this size, it would be good to have a more of a beginner's perspective. So let's see what you got.
All right, Poops. Let's
Poops. He's rooting for you. Go, go. He just gets excited on the takeoff. What a great takeoff, Abby. So how do you feel about this compared to the one we just flew yesterday?
Holy moly. Can't talk.
Yeah, harder to fly, right? Oh no! Oh
geez.
Goodness! Wow. Okay, so
I may have lost a prop.
there it is.
Or broke a
Whoa.
prop. Hey! No, I got it off.
Cool.
Still good.
All right. So do you want to try again?
Yeah. Does it have a flip button?
I did not find one. No.
I think
We're gonna cut the umbrella.
I don't know. I was looking at the transmitter instead of the quad. Alright, calm down, you crazy.
Abby had a good point. she had to look at the transmitter rather than the quad while flying because the buttons are in a bit of an awkward position. So yeah, they're labeled, but you have to take your eyes off the controls for just a minute to see what's going on. There you go. So you're not as good at flying this as others, right? I mean, it's harder to fly.
Watch it, buddy.
I think I got in trouble after that comment, but I had a valid point. It is harder to fly. Oh, you got the cord tangled up. Be careful, buddy. This is just chaos today in the RC Sailor house. It's a little harder to fly. I would not recommend this for somebody's first quadcopter, but if you're the type of person that likes to have cool gear in your pocket or clipped to your belt, then maybe you want to get this because of the pocket drone. There's the blinking lights. Wow. Okay, so the solid lights on the quad start to blink when the battery goes low. And for me, when it started to go low, about 2 seconds later, it wanted to drop out of the sky. So not a very good low voltage indicator because the cutoff point was just a little too late in my opinion. So we'll turn this off and pull our battery out. Let that cool off. It's a little bit warm for a few minutes before we plug it in to charge again. But that was a lot of, I mean, that was fun to fly. The most unique parts about this, the selling point, would not be the quad's performance really per se. What do you say, Popeye? You think it's more about the transmitter, right? Not really the quadcopter, because you can take off the joysticks. You see this? Take off those joysticks. You can put them in the transmitter. See? Very neat, right? Interesting. And now you can put all your gear, put the battery in here, put the quadcopter in here, and everything you need, everything, you can just take and clip to your belt or your pants pocket, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, you know, whatever, your backpack, and have a cool little quadcopter on the go. That's the cool thing about this, that it is all just compact and travel ready. I like it for that reason. And if you are looking for something that hits those points on the head, then we'll have it linked in the description box below. Otherwise, if you want something more performance, readily available, the one that we just reviewed yesterday is probably a better option for you. I liked it a lot. It was the Fury Bee
F36.
Yeah, is that the name?
Yep.
You sure?
F36.
Okay, okay.
Bet you $100 that's what it was called.
$100? How about this quadcopter? I'll bet you this quadcopter. This one is cheap. You can't really go wrong with the price. We've just seen a couple other better ones on the channel recently. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. We'll have it linked in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching. Very soon, we'll have the Wi-Fi FPV version of this on the channel. So be sure to tune in for that. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Good job, buddy. Good job.